What's going on, folks? Welcome back to some more news for Bannerlord, the second news post of 2019 featuring another 2 weeks of detail, and it feels like this year is already rolling by pretty fast. For this week we'll be talking about another 2 blog posts regarding the game, the first in regards to the custom battles, and for the second it will be pertaining to the Q&A hosting the audio director for Bannerlord. So on the 24th of January, they released a blog post discussing the custom battle system for Bannerlord. The intro reads as follows. In Mount & Blade games, no matter how cunning you are, eventually you'll be forced to take the field in unfavorable conditions. However, in Bannerlord, battles aren't a simple numbers game. With the right units and tactics, encounters that seem hopeless can be turned to your advantage. But a wise commander wouldn't throw away the lives of their troops as part of a learning experience. The custom battle feature allows players to do just that, in a safe and controlled environment that's highly customizable as well. I actually didn't spend a lot of time with the custom battles in Warband and the original, but thinking back, I kinda sorta wish I did. I could see how it'd be pretty beneficial to practice before you take the field, so to speak, to improve on your combat skills. I think my first hour of Bannerlord may consist of this to test out more specifically the siege defense system. I'm sure you all have been in this situation before where you've had to defend with less than 500 men but had to defend against thousands, but with tight ranks in front of those stairs or ladders, the power of friendship, and the stamina to repeatedly execute the downward thrust on enemies for about an hour and a half, we've all prevailed in those situations. Of course now with Bannerlord it won't be as simple as that. We'll now have to account for battering rams, catapults, and whatever else the world of Calradia has to throw at us. With how much time they've had to work on these systems, I'd imagine they'd be throwing everything at us but flying eagles. But anyway, back to the post. Custom battles will also be a means of testing which troop types will be effective against others, or even different methods of assault carried against castles and settlements. Also, another thing I'm looking forward to is that they've attempted to make every aspect customizable so that we can play around with them to our heart's content, and thoroughly test out different aspects of Bannerlord's battle and siege system. Each of the game's factions are available to choose from, with the players being given full control over the size of each composition, including the ability to select tiers of castles, strength of the walls, siege engines available, as well as tactics for both the attacker and the defender will carry out. Lastly, we'll also be able to play as either the commander of our armies or simple captains under the command of AI leaders. Whatever the case may be, we can create our own custom battles or sieges using our own parameters to jump right into the action. The next blog post goes into the Q&A for Ugurcan Orcun. I did the best I could pronouncing that, believe me. Anyway, it's their audio director and holder of amazing mustache. Wow. You folks know the routine, let's jump right into those questions and answers. What he normally does during his day varies a lot. He does sound design, game implementation, Foley/field recording, voiceover recording, the direction of music efforts, composing of some extra music, and most importantly, making sure every audible thing in the game world works as intended. Ergo, he has a lot on his plate. One thing we can learn from a lot of games is that sound is very important. It helps a lot in how we immerse ourselves in the game world, so I believe that this man is probably one of the most important. Since the day he first played Mount & Blade, he always fantasized about what it would be like to live in the world of Calradia. At one point, he found himself responsible for how it would sound too, and since that day he's been working on fulfilling his childhood dreams. And well man, that hit me in the feels. Dang. The most difficult thing he's solved is literally having to play thousands of sounds. In most games, it's a common practice to give a single crowd sound to groups of people or army formations. But in Bannerlord, where the big battles are at the core of the game, they treat hundreds of NPCs as individuals. Handling these without burning up CPUs and while building a satisfying ambience out of individual sounds is one of the hardest, but most enjoyable work he's done. He's currently working on renewing the UI sound according to their new style, making their ambient sound system more practical to use for modders and for recording voiceovers. He does state, however, that although there will be multiple voices to choose from, for male and female characters when you're creating them, along some variations for horses too, which does sound great by the way, currently they cannot be disabled if you're looking for more of the silent type. The last thing he showcased and discussed is a question about Warband that relates to Bannerlord. The interview states that in Warband he can hear people fighting while being about 200 meters away from them, and was curious if Bannerlord was planning to do something about this to enhance this experience, to which the audio director replied that they absolutely would. They built a custom system of distancing to mirror the experience you would get in real life, alongside a video to showcase how this would work as well, which I will play for you right now. give us the game already, please. Seriously though, I can imagine this new system feeling much more engaging, to the point of shouting war cries alongside your troops that may result in waking the neighbors at 4 in the morning while on a 3,000 man siege, and I'm okay with that. And thank you all so much for joining for another news post, and remember to stay vigilant. Maybe if we wish hard enough, we'll get it faster. And hope you have a good night or day, folks. Farewell.